Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Let's Play episode number 25. We are here tonight on a Thursday night, but I probably won't have it uploaded until Friday, but we will see. Hope everybody's had a good week so far. I've had a pretty busy one in real life, but I've been online a couple hours this week, and they've been pretty fun and pretty busy patrols. My last patrol ended up being a shooting incident where well, there's a lot going on in Vespucci right now for a bit of backstory, so a lot of my last patrol ended up being responded to one 911 call, but a gang was causing violence against a city worker. They were disturbing them. Apparently they ended up trying to beat his truck and stuff like that, so I had to respond to that with a few other units. There were about 7 or 8 gang members there. And then we had another 911 call just down the street on Consquitter Ave or something like that. I forget what it's called. And there was a shooting there. Apparently somebody tried to shoot somebody as they were coming up to their apartment. This person had just exited their apartment building. The shooter just exited an apartment building and started shooting at this woman. And the woman luckily had a registered firearm and was able to defend herself. She took down the initial shooter. Luckily she was okay. I think she only took one shot. So fire department was able to treat her and take her to the hospital and everything, but had to end up getting all the details for that. Get the scene cleaned up and whatnot, had to put the casings away and put them in for processing and the weapon and everything. So then I had to take an IC drug test to make sure I'm not taking any drugs or anything, so that was pretty cool for some passive RP. So overall I've had a fun week here on GTA World. Been a little hectic, and honestly we are going to head down to Vespucci now because that seems to be the new hotspot, even more so than what downtown has been, downtown in southern Los Santos and all that, because it's just been absolutely hectic down there. So maybe it won't be tonight, knock on wood, but honestly we're about to find out here because that is where we're going to. Vespucci has been slowly picking up as far as the violence and crime rate goes recently, but as of the past couple weeks it has been out of control. So definitely want to get down here, make sure nothing crazy is going on. And like I said, a lot of our policing also involves responding to the 911 calls, so it's very important that people do report the crimes and everything, and that we respond to them and take care of business that way, because sometimes we're just not going to know about something unless it's called in and reported. So here we are, we're down in the Vespucci area. This is it's now becoming a very gang-infested area, which is not a good thing, because this is a spot where people are very close together at all times, even more so than what they are in Grove Street and Jamestown and all that. Honestly, this is it's become very, very dangerous down here. So you can see the police have the searchlight up right now. They're on scene over there with SD, I guess, and PD. So like I said, it's just, you can see possibly some hangouts down there to the right of us. You really got to keep your eyes and ears open down here. You just really don't know what's going to happen, folks. This has become quite a bit of a nerve-wracking area. Just got to be very, very careful. Definitely, I don't know if I would say it's more unsafe than Davis yet, but it's definitely getting there, and or is even. Been a lot of dead bodies and stuff like that too recently. So like I said, just got to be very, very careful. Lots can happen here. Yeah, like you're even having graffiti and stuff show up, so that's not something you normally have before in Vespucci. So like I said, it's just another example of just how crazy things have been getting down here. Right now, luckily though, it seems relatively quiet compared to what it was the other night, but like anything, that can change in the matter of 5 seconds. Still have the teriyaki most recent update in there, which looks very, very nice. You can see has some traffic units down here, unmarked traffic units, sorry, patrolling the streets, because been a lot more speeding and stuff like that too, as people seem to casually find their way down to the Vespucci area. It seems like some of the server has moved from what I'd say would be southern Los Santos, has kind of moved over to Vespucci, and like a lot of servers, people will move where other people are. So let's say like 20% of the server decide to get up, move to friggin', I don't know, Rockford or something. You'd find a lot more of the server going to Rockford just because that's where people are. People want to roleplay. They want to play with each other. That's where they will move to find their roleplay and everything like that. Like I said, it may not even be a busy patrol, but there's a good chance it could be. But honestly, you just never know until you get into the thick of things. So I hope everyone's been having a good week, as I said. Still probably going to have to wait about one more week to get my Crown Vic out. And next weekend is Easter, so happy early Easter to everybody. Hope the Easter Bunny is nice to you. Hope you buy yourself some chocolate. And I may or may not have eaten a whole 2-pound bag of Cadbury mini eggs the other week. Oops. No regrets as far as that goes. And, you know, they're healthy for you. They're good for your soul. So, yeah, it's just, I kind of actually wish I recorded my last couple of patrols just because they were so crazy. Or I shouldn't say like they were super crazy, but they were pretty interesting just at the scene cleanup and everything. And honestly, they were fun. Bit of different experiences. I can't speak. Bit of a different experience sometimes, and sometimes good to put yourself into different situations, just so that way you kind of stay like up to date on them and whatnot, and just do different things. It's always fun to kind of change what you're doing and push yourself just a little bit, because that's all part of it. While this is a video game, it's always good to switch things up a little bit. Lots of sirens going on there. Looks like they have that handled right now. That would explain where the sirens were coming from. Didn't hear any backup calls, so I assume the TAC is good. Oh, that was a code 6 Charles. Where did he say it was? Magellan and Conquistador. Alright, gonna get to the code 6 Charles here. Like I said, due to the fact that it is a code 6 Charles, not a code 6 Adam. Code 6 Adam would just mean like an additional unit or two. Code 6 Charles is a felony traffic stop, so that means that person is definitely wanted for something of this nature, and as he said, it's regards to last tax. So we're going to try and get there at a decent speed, just in case this guy tries anything, because that means that they are a lot more dangerous than what like even a normal code 6 Adam could be. So we're going to go code 3 until we're fairly close. And we'll knock it down to code 2 here since we're pretty well on scene. Let's see what part. And it's always very important to update your dispatch system so they can see where you are. They've got a lot of units here. So we're just going to sit back, keep the street blocked. Alright, we had a good view of them here. Crossfire becomes a thing. I'm definitely going to drop this gun here just in case. I think this is the first time we've had a felony stop on video. I like how people see a bunch of cop cars in the road and they still keep coming forward. And in this game, you can see the police lights flashing pretty far ahead. Just saying. Alrighty. And here comes the infamous GTA World rain. I think he uses real LA weather, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that. Man, we got the whole squad here. Alright, so pretty sure he's the passenger from the recent attack. Alright, we're being told to clear out, so that's what we will do. And head back on patrol. Alright folks, we are back on patrol here in rainy Los Santos. I will say, with Teriyaki Mod, the rain looks very, very, very nice, and so does Lightning Strikes, very sexy. There's an old Stanier taxi. I will say the only downside with the Teriyaki Mod pack is that the taxi signs can be very, very bright from time to time, but other than that, it's pretty good. I very much enjoy this pack. It makes everything look much more realistic, and again, it is available on the GTA World Mod Showcase subthread. So go make sure to take a look. It's called Teriyaki Mod or something like that. So you'll see it in there. It's one of the top posts all the time because so many people use it. Definitely go ahead and download that if you want to keep your game looking pretty vanilla, but much better at the same time and have better lights and all that stuff. And I will say, based on my experience, this mod does not hurt performance at all. Experience may vary with that. Just so you guys know my specs, it's not even that great. It's like a 4-year-old computer. It's an i7 7700 and a GTX 1066GB and 16GB of slow RAM at 2133 megahertz because that's what the motherboard limits it at. So this is by far from being a beast computer. It's mid-range at best nowadays, but it still gets the job done for GTA and iRacing and for the games that I play. I will eventually get a new computer, but I definitely don't feel like doing so right now. So I'm going to run this computer probably for another year or so. Then I may look at getting another one. It's just that I don't really have a big reason to upgrade, so I don't really see the point of doing that at the moment. I'm probably going to go get my jacket on out of the trunk of the car here, because it's very, very wet. So let's do that really quick. Alright. Man, that man is fine. Oh shit. I didn't place it, that's weird. What is it? There we go. Alright, let's roll back out here now that we got our jacket on in case we have to get to any other scenes to help keep us dry. Just good for RP purposes and whatnot, and immersion as far as that goes. I've actually been taking only this Crown Vic recently. If you guys have noticed the last few videos, the license plate has not changed. So I've been probably one of the only people driving this Crown Vic, to be honest. So I guess we'll just call it my car at this point. That's what we'll run with. Does some nice drifts around the corners there, like any old classic Crown Vic. Not too much power, but just enough to have a little bit of fun. I know some people like the Stanier more than the Vic, but I'm just going to be honest. That last Stanier that they had in this server was atrocious. It had wheel arc at like 20 degrees in the back on both of them. It sounded terrible. It didn't look terrible, but I don't know. I'd much rather drive the Vic that we got now than a Stanier. I don't know about you guys, but I'm Team Vic. I can't speak. Team Crown Vic, or Vapid Victor Interceptors, I like to call them in this. And honestly, like, for what it is, it still fits the server pretty well. I mean, you can argue that a Crown Vic shouldn't be in here, but I'm gonna be honest, it just works. It's not like there's a bunch of real cars in the server. I mean, everyone still knows that, like, yeah, it's a Crown Vic, but it just fits. They got it to be low poly enough that it works, and looks good and is still sleek enough to fit in with the rest of the server. And I don't really think it's going to ruin anyone's immersion by having it in here. The only other glitch that you saw was that it has to stand near like low poly model, like really far away. That cop looks like they crashed. Man, it's hard to see in this terrain though sometimes. It's crazy. It was funny, the other night I was driving around a little bit off duty and this car was following me for like 2-3 minutes. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna die, but nope, they were actually going to the same spot I was. So when you're off duty or even on duty, when you got a car following you for that long, you're like, what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen, right? Because you just never know. But luckily I got lucky. They were legit just going exactly where I was going and nothing bad happened from it. Got to be careful driving in the rain too, because it almost acts more like snow on here than it does anything. That person looks to be stumbling a little bit back there, so we are going to whoop a U-turn. See how they're doing. Let this car go. Alrighty. I might get this woman to go to the hospital because she's definitely very intoxicated right now. Alright, let's get an ambulance here. Alright. Alright. Alright, we have fire department on the way, so I'm just trying to keep her conscious and talking and everything right now. We got her in the back of their cruiser, so that way it gets rid of the rain right now. So like I said, we're just waiting for fire. I don't really want to, I'll take her myself if I have to, but I'd rather get Fire here to look at her because they're much more of an expert in this area than I am. Definitely for what I can tell, I see Lee here. She's had alcohol for sure, but based on the way she's speaking and what she was trying to say, somebody definitely added something to her alcohol drink and poisoned her of some sort. Here they come. I'm gonna turn my lights on so they can see me here. Oh. I didn't have time to type out a full /me there. I just had to get their attention. They probably saw in the back of my car and thought I was arresting someone. Alright. Alright, so FD's here. They'll probably take her to the hospital to make sure she's not completely intoxicated and whatnot. Because they're probably going to have to get some of it out of her system, would be my guess. It's funny though, she's RPing this messed up stuff pretty good. I like their yellow and blue vehicles though to switch it up. I think they come from the airport, but not sure, because there are 2 fire departments. Alright, we're going to double check the location of that body that he just reported. Alright. Hope you guys are enjoying this Let's Play, because you're kind of getting to see most of a full scene play out. Like I said, not completely a entirely completely police-rated scene, because some of it is a fire-related scene, but some of this is interesting just so you guys can see how they roleplay these scenarios. Alright, gonna see if the medic needs anything too. Oh god, she's gonna puke in the back of my car. Please don't puke in the back of my car. Oh my god, that van. Man, nice rainy night here. Hope you guys are enjoying this Let's Play. I definitely had a lot of fun. Like I said, we've had a couple scenes so far. Probably get a little bit more before we're done tonight, that's for sure. Oh my god, I've already been playing an hour. That's scary. Alright, so she doesn't warrant a hospital visit, but what I am doing is I'm calling a taxi so we can at least get her home, and I'll cover the $20 so she can get there, because obviously someone spiked her drink, and yeah, it's not good for her, so we'll make sure she gets home safe and sound. Alright, so the taxi is here with the very bright lights that I was telling you. different, takes you a bit out of your comfort zone, and you get to experience. And to me, it's just a little bit more fun because shootings are always kind of the same. You show up, you shoot if you have to, clean up the scene, you call in FD and corn hurt, then you go home. Like, this is just something entirely different, and it's very, very fun for that. Alright, so that was the nice RP. So it got a lot of people involved, got police involved, got fire involved, got someone from the taxi involved. So that's the kind of stuff that really just spices things up and you really love to do because it's just different. Alright, we're going to head back on patrol here in a minute. Yeah, we gotta get back on patrol. Oh my god, someone's car just spawned and flipped. Alright, folks. Heading back out. Oh, we gotta close that door. There we go. So yeah, those are definitely the scenes that I personally, like I said, I really enjoy being on scene for. They just always provide something a little bit different than what you typically get on a traffic stop or anything like that. Really breaks things up, and like I said, just something new. It really is refreshing to have stuff like that. Instead of just your run-of-the-mill type stuff. So, my god. That man almost got himself run over. What is he doing? What a terrible jaywalker, honestly. Like, at least you're gonna jaywalk, make it quick. That's my advice for this episode. If you're gonna jaywalk, make it quick. Great advice, I know. Somebody finally got on scene over there, I see, at the barber shop, so that's good. Took a little while, but sometimes just those kind of nights everyone just kind of gets tied up on scene. Then they gotta go do their stuff. Stuff like that, not even worth bothering with. I do not like this. That was a misclick. Man. People just want to cause trouble. That's not a situation you want to get yourself stuck in either. You want to get out of there, because if you're stuck down on Grove Street by yourself, very bad things can happen very quickly. Turn our lights off, so that way he doesn't see where we're going. Oh god. What are these guys doing? How to keep my eye on them though. That's a lot of people on scene at the body situation. Oh well, no, like, yeah, 3 cop cars and the security. Holy. Yeah, it's right in the middle of the roadway. I do not like those 2 guys down on Grove Street though. I feel like something bad's going to happen there, so I'm just going to stay in the area for a little while. This is probably going to be my longest Let's Play ever, to be honest, compared to all of them. I mean, you guys kind of get to see a bit more what's in the run-of-the-mill of a patrol and whatnot than normal. So it's kind of good for you guys to see that. And it's fun to be able to get online for a couple hours instead of normally like my usual 1 hour, maybe 1 hour and 15 minutes, because it really does change the type of situations and the amount of situations you can get on scene with and whatnot. So I really, really do enjoy these patrols, or like these longer patrols, a lot more than I do these 30 to 40 minute ones where you kind of gotta like pick and choose what you're going to be on scene with and whatnot. Because that last situation, I don't know if I would have been able to do it if I was only going to be online for 10 minutes or so. Alright, looks like those guys may have cleared. I don't see them, so that's a good sign. Have PD down here and FD. Good, lots of FD members, so that's a, or sorry, PD members, so that's a good sign. Definitely good to have cover in these areas. I wasn't too concerned about my last situation with having cover because it's in the middle of a busy street. And obviously FD was coming too, so there was 2 of us there. These guys come back out in front of me though, I'm definitely calling for backup. But they appear to be gone, thankfully. Which is what I was hoping they'd do. Alright, we got shots fired at Davis Limited, basically where we just were, so we're going to get there as quick as we can. Then I'll back it down to code 2 once we're close. We don't know exactly where the shots are coming from, but definitely some in the area, so could be a shooter. Alright, now to try and locate anything. I love this spotlight on the Vic. Does help a lot. All right. Hope you guys are enjoying this longer Let's Play. It's a bit of a treat. We're gonna have to call in DMEC to come pick him up. All right. Just gonna keep that active there. Oops. What am I doing wrong? I'm having a brain fart tonight. Alright. They're gonna be busy, these poor bastards. Lots going on. Alright, so we'll get DMEC here. Let's take an additional.
User joined your channel.
Hello there.
Really? Hello. I remember I was in one of your videos like 5 years ago as well. No, not 5, but like
5 years ago.
3, maybe like 3.
Oh my god. Liam Villa.
Liam Vasquez, yeah, hello.
It's still on my TeamSpeak. That's what
Oh
I
yeah,
tagged
you added me as friend, yeah. I reinstated a while ago, like a month.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Remember
But you were here before
together.
anyway, weren't you?
I was, yeah, and then
Yeah. And we taught then, right?
yeah, and then I left.
Yeah. Jesus. Hell yeah, I remember that name. Well, not your one in game, but like
Yeah,
the Liam Vasquez I do.
I had to change it. He's been in too many factions.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'll leave you to the YouTube thing.
Oh, you didn't stay in here because I'm gonna go on pause while I'm waiting for DMEC to show up.
Oh, amazing.
Alright, since we are here with Mr. Vasquez, we're going to do an old school outro that a lot of you haven't heard since the Red County days. Thank you all so much for watching, and say goodbye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.